Good morning, gang. This is my 1000th YouTube video since last year when I started doing this. I'm not really a big social media person, but I'm schizophrenic, sort of. I used to have all my friends on my Facebook, and wasn't all that interested in it. Wasn't a big voyeur. Wasn't all that interested in what was going on with them, but then I switched to, then when you're lonely, it's the opposite, where they say, a like on your stupid post or comment releases some dopamine in your brain, So anyway, it's been 5 years in these group homes in Sunnyside. I'm ready to get out, and the best option for me, I think, is to get my dad to co-sign for an apartment on the west side. He won't do it. He doesn't want me near his house because he and my stepmother think I'm going to burn the house down, or I'm going to steal his cars, or steal. One time she asked me, Christian, did you take my ring? With a smile on her face. She's really a lovely woman. I forgave her a long time ago for the harsh abuse that she made upon my sister and I. But when I tell my dad that that's the reason that I have all these mental illnesses, he won't listen to it. And he calls my lady Natalie the bitch because she appears only when I get paid. But I gotta tell you, the greatest Zen monk of the 20th century was Thich Nhat Hanh. His name was also Tay, a teacher. And Natalie used to think she used to say oh, you're a teacher, so that's my profession or whatever, and it's an honorable profession. But she's really changed. When I met her, she was beautiful, sexy. Well, she still is beautiful and sexy, but she wasn't a drug addict. We smoked a lot of marijuana, and when I met her, she was dating Gabby Baba, but as soon as it wasn't love at first sight, but it was almost love at first sight. Whitney Olsen got me the job. I'd just seen this guy with diamonds in the Heights, and I had my own apartment, and I had collected unemployment for a year and a half. I had moved apartments a few times. First, I was after MD Anderson. At MD Anderson, I lived in these apartments where a bunch of nurses and doctoral students, and MD students, and it's a really nice apartment. It was about $700 if I remember correctly. I didn't pay the rent for about 3 months, and the guy that ran the office was a fucking dickhead, really racist against Chinese. But what happened? I had an email, cwantonio@mdanderson.org, and I couldn't access that email anymore. I think that's what got me thrown out of there or whatever. So I went to the apartments at North Main and 45. At one point, I got $1,900, and I'm an impulse buyer, like RDJ Jr. I have poor impulse control. Black tar, heroin, first drug, a marijuana cigarette when he was 8 years old. I bet he still does black tar heroin. I would do it right now if I could. Okay, I gotta go smoke this.